The woman was cleaning windows high above the ground when she was shocked to discover that the husband was in a hotel room, holding another woman intimately in his arms. Rage instantly took over. She suddenly kicked the glass window and shattered it, then stood furiously in front of the husband. The husband inside the room was so frightened that his face turned pale. Before he could even explain, the woman picked up the safety rope and lashed it hard across his face. Then she walked over to the two of them and tied them together. Since they were so deeply in love, they might as well be locked together forever. Right after that, she took out her phone and snapped a flurry of photos of the two of them. Then she grabbed the keys to the BMW she had bought with her own money and stormed off. That night, the depressed woman went straight to a bar. She immediately told the waiter to bring her premium liquor and 3 pounds of beef. When the people around her saw how she was dressed, they mocked her as a country bumpkin who had no business spending money in a place like this. Even the waiter reminded her that this was a top-tier private club. The woman slammed the BMW keys onto the table and told the waiter to use the car as collateral and bring her the liquor. But those rich young ladies thought she had stolen the BMW, and even said that she was trying to pass herself off as one of them just to attend the matchmaking event the richest man had arranged for his son. After hearing this, a puzzled look appeared on the woman's face. It turned out that today's gathering at the private club was a matchmaking event specially arranged by the richest man's wife for her CEO son. 7 years ago, he had been set up by someone and developed a severe aversion to women. In order to continue the family line, the mother ordered the assistant to find a woman no matter what, someone who could get the son to settle down. However, not only was the CEO completely uninterested in these heavily made-up rich young ladies, he even called the police and reported the private club. But just as he was about to leave, he heard that a crazy woman downstairs had been causing trouble the whole time, going wild after drinking 2 bottles of Louis XIII. The CEO curiously walked over to take a look. Unexpectedly, the woman's legs suddenly went weak, and she happened to fall right into his arms. Looking at that handsome face, the woman thought the CEO was a male escort working at the club, so she kissed him directly. Only then did everyone realize that the CEO was actually not repulsed by this crazy woman at all. The next day, the woman woke up in a hotel bed. Thinking back to the absurd things that had happened the night before, she regretted it so much she almost broke down on the spot. Looking at the man beside her, her first reaction was not embarrassment, but distress over the money. That $10,000 service fee for the night. How many windows would she have to clean to earn it back? Just as she was about to get up and leave, the CEO clearly still wanted another round with her. The woman was so frightened that she shoved him off the bed. Just then, the school's academic affairs office called, saying that her son had gotten into a fight with a classmate that day and telling her to hurry to the school to deal with it. After hearing this, the woman immediately got up, hurriedly said goodbye to the CEO, and rushed out. After the assistant found out that the CEO had failed to keep the woman, he could only follow the richest man's wife's arrangement and have the CEO go to an elementary school owned by the company to work as a homeroom teacher. The goal was to let him spend more time around children and see if it could awaken fatherly love in him. The CEO suddenly remembered that when the woman answered the phone just now, her son was attending the elementary school owned by his company. So, in a rare move, he agreed to the request on the spot. Meanwhile, at the school, the snobbish dean of students did not bother to find out what had really happened and pushed all the blame onto the woman's son. Since the other parent was a business partner of the CEO's company, she acted extremely arrogant. Not only did she humiliate the little boy, but she even tried to lay hands on the woman and teach her a lesson. At the critical moment, the CEO arrived just in time. The dean of students quickly introduced him as the new homeroom teacher. The woman could not believe that the male escort who had been with her last night was actually her son's homeroom teacher. So she quickly asked him in a low voice, "Since you're a teacher, why are you still doing that kind of side job? Are you really short on money?" Seeing that the woman had misunderstood him so deeply, the CEO actually played along and pretended to be pitiful. He said that his family situation really was not good, but that his side job would absolutely not affect his daytime work. After hearing this, the woman felt a bit more sympathy for him. At this moment, the dean of students began criticizing the woman's son. She also said that he was only a temporary transfer student, and that his tuition was still overdue. The girl's family, however, had connections and was a business partner of the CEO's company, so she suggested expelling the woman's son from the school. After hearing this, cold sweat instantly ran down the woman's back. She thought that since she had also discovered his secret of working part-time as a male escort, things were definitely not looking good for her this time. Unexpectedly, the CEO expelled the girl instead on the grounds that the girl's parent lacked moral character and went against the school's educational values. The snobbish dean of students immediately drove the mother and daughter out of the office. The CEO then asked about the woman's overdue tuition. He originally wanted to help her solve it, but the woman embarrassedly promised that she would make up the missing tuition this week. After saying that, she hurriedly picked up her bag and left, but she did not notice that the divorce certificate she had just received had fallen out. The CEO picked up the divorce certificate and glanced at it. When he saw that she was already divorced, the corners of his mouth could not help but rise. Early the next morning, the woman came to drop her son off at school. Unexpectedly, the ex-husband and his mistress were blocking the school gate. The moment he opened his mouth, he demanded $100,000 from the woman, or else he would not give up custody of the son. The woman refused to back down at all. She told the ex-husband to go through the legal process and let the court decide who the child would be awarded to. Seeing that the woman would not give in no matter what, the mistress deliberately humiliated her in front of everyone, saying that she was nothing more than a window cleaner who worked high above the ground, and that letting her son attend such an elite school only lowered the school's standards. Under the mistress's instigation, the parents around them also began pointing fingers and shouting that the woman's son should be kicked out of the school. The mistress proudly said that her uncle was a manager at the richest man's wife's company and was very familiar with the school principal. Whether the woman's son could keep his student status would depend on a single word from her. If the woman could hand over $100,000 right now, then kneel down and wipe her shoes clean, she might consider letting the child off. Meanwhile, the CEO, who was preparing lessons, heard that something had happened to the woman and her son at the school gate. Without saying another word, he rushed over. The ex-husband, seeing that the woman refused to pay the money or kneel down to wipe the shoes, actually lost his mind and lifted the boy into the air. He threatened the woman, saying that if she still did not do as she was told, he would throw the child to the ground. The woman was so frightened that her whole body trembled. The mistress said she would count to 3, and if the woman still did not kneel down in front of everyone and wipe her shoes, then her son would not only lose his chance to go to school, but also be thrown to death by his own biological father. Just as the woman was about to kneel down and wipe her shoes, the son told her not to kneel. He said he was a man and was not afraid of pain. But the ex-husband did not have even the slightest softness a father should have. He lifted the child and really was about to throw him to the ground. At that life or death moment, the CEO appeared just in time and saved the boy. Then he kicked the ex-husband straight to the ground. The ex-husband was still cursing loudly, but he had no idea that he had offended someone he never should have provoked.